what I did was, I want to show you the easiest, quickest way to transfer any image to paper. Okay, so this goes for any of your images that you're going to paint. And today we want to paint this rose. First thing I did was I printed off, I did it in black and white so I wouldn't use up too much of my coloring. So I did it off in black and white. That's all you really need is print it off in black and white, the size that you want for your canvas. I'm just using an 8.5 by 11 canvas. You can use a bigger canvas, and you can also print it off bigger if you go to a copy shop. And that fits pretty good there now, see? All we can do is we can take this image here to make it so much faster for you to get started on painting the rose. Because if you try to draw this out, you may not get the exact same shape. You can do it if you take your time and measure. You'd have to measure with your pencil or with your finger, and you'd have to get it all on. It'll take hours and hours, but this way it'll be much faster, and a lot of artists use this technique. And what you do is you take a pencil. I got an 8B here, and this 8B or 7B or 6B, whatever you want to use, maybe 5 or 4B. And you can take that and put graphite on the back of your picture. Okay, so you put it on the back. Now you can also make separate. You can take a plain piece of paper and do this, and you can have your own copy paper. Okay? You don't want to use carbon paper because carbon paper you can't erase. So if you transfer this image onto your canvas and you make a mistake or you don't like it, you can erase it. So carbon paper you can't erase it. So this is the best method to use. To save on your pencils, like I said before, to save on your pencils, instead of doing on every picture, doing this on every picture that you're going to transfer, just get a plain piece of paper, and then you can make your transfer paper and have it all the time for every picture that you make, okay? Now we have all that done. So now it's ready to transfer. Okay, so we have a nice 8.5 by 11 canvas, and we're going to tape that on there. We're going to tape it down so it doesn't slip around. Put this on your canvas landscape, or you can put it on portrait. The portrait is the long way, like that. See, it's the long way. And I'm going to put it on portrait so I'll have enough room to tape it down. So I'm going to tape it down at the top. So I'll tape it down up here. I'll tell you why I tape it at the top. Because when I start to transfer this picture, I want to be able to lift it up and see, make sure that I got everything I need and that I want to do. I would suggest to use a pen, because a pen you can push hard. And these canvases are canvas panel. They're hard, they're like board. So that if you use a stretch canvas, you might break through the canvas. Stretch canvas is over some wood holds it, and it's very soft in the middle. There's no support. So you would probably break through. But here, what you can do is you go down on the edge of your rose, okay? So you pick out all the important parts of your rose that you want. See how it came through really nice? And it's because I'm pushing hard, and I'm probably, just going back and forth over the lines to make sure I get them all. Okay. So get as many important lines as you feel needed. So now you don't have to worry so much about where all the lines go. Sometimes even when you have to transfer a photo, make sure it's nice and clear so you can see all the lines. Like some of my lines are a little, because I did it in black and white, they're a little faded. So now I have to guess. Now, if I do this rose and it's not exactly the same as the rose on the picture, that's not a problem. This is just something to get you started. You don't want to get too caught up in being exactly like it. There's nothing wrong with trying to get exactly like it because you're learning how to, we call it render a photo, which means copying a photo. But I'm not the one that likes to do that. I like using my pictures as references so I can do my own thing. So I can make it my own way. Right? Now, if you have a hard time seeing that, all you need to do is get your phone or wherever you have this picture, if it's on your computer or on another phone or whatever, bring up that picture so that you can see where, you know, where the lines are that you can't see. The picture that you have, make sure you can see all the lines. All right. Now, as you can see, it is coming along, and that's a dewdrop right there, a dewdrop, right? So we'll put those on after. We'll probably paint the rose first and then put the dewdrops on after. So I'm trying to get every little crevice, as many as I can. If I leave out something and I can't figure out something, I'll leave it out. I'll fill it in with my imagination. I mean, you're going to have this rose taking a picture of this, and it could be a different angle. The leaves could have grown around. Anything could change. So you're just going by what you see right now. It can be very, very complicated if you don't want to do this. You can certainly see all the lines that you need to draw. I mean, that's very difficult to do just by looking at it. So this will help you a lot. With any complicated, you don't have to do this all the time, but anything that's really complicated, you're better off transferring, either you draw it on a piece of paper first till you get it to what you like, and then you transfer it to your canvas. If you're doing anything on canvas, if you're painting anything on canvas, and it's complicated, make sure that you do and you want to do a freehand, do your drawing on a piece of paper separately, do this method, and then transfer it to your canvas, rather than trying to do everything on your canvas from scratch, because you'll make a total mess, and you'll have to either throw it away or paint over it or whatever. So you're better off, if you want to draw this rose freehand, do it on a piece of paper, just paper, and then when you're happy with it, then you can transfer it to your canvas using this method, making your own graphite transfer paper, okay? So that's a little bit of advice there for you. Have a look around and make sure that you're happy with your drawing, whether you traced it or whether you drew it freehand. Make sure you have all the lines in that you want. Almost missed that one, see? I'm going back and forth, make sure. Now, because once you take this off, it's very hard to line it up again. So we have some leaves down here, so we can put them in after, and a bit of darkness going on there. And the leaf goes back here. And, so what you're going to have to do now, when you start painting it, you're going to have to keep your color picture really close by all the time. You're going to have to eye your picture a lot. Right, find out where the highlights are, what kind of background is there. It's a fuzzy background, so you can do that too if you want. So I think that's ready to start painting. Hopefully I've got all what I need. Hopefully. Now all these lines are like a puzzle. So when you take that off now, it's like a puzzle. So you want to have your picture close by to do that. So I took that off reluctantly because I'm hoping that I got all the lines in. And now we're going to start to paint.